Welcome in, everyone, to our Cracked Racquets coverage of a little Tuesday night college tennis action happening in College Station, Texas, as number 28 Texas A&M hosts number 2 Ohio State. Alex Gruskin here on the call for tonight's match. Should be a good one, folks. These, of course, are two teams that competed in the final field of 16 at the 2022 National Indoors. You look for our host, Texas A&M, number 28 in the latest edition of the ITA rankings, although they should get a boost in tomorrow's rankings as they are currently riding a 5-match win streak that includes impressive victories over conference foes Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. Of course, you look for this Texas A&M team. It's a transition season for them, not a rebuilding season, a transition season as the Vachereau Habib Aguilar chapter of Aggie tennis goes in the books. Now, of course, it's the Noah Schachter, Pierce Rollins, Rafael Perot, and a bunch of sophomores and freshmen as well. A group, again, then 14-6 overall so far this season. Of course, you look for this Buckeyes team, number 2 in the country for a reason. They are 14-1 overall on the year. And of course, their only loss coming in a 4-3 national indoor semifinal loss to the TCU Horned Frogs. Of course, this team has bounced back, as every Ty Tucker team does. Since that result, you look at their results, they've earned 4-0 victories over UCF. Notre Dame earned a 4-3 victory at Texas in Austin on, I believe that match was Saturday. But again, you look at this Ohio State team, so much success across the board. They've got 4 of the top 30 ranked singles players in the country in Mate Votzel, Cannon Kingsley, JJ Tracy, and James Trotter. Of course, you include veterans like Robert Cash, transfer Jake Van Ember, Justin Boulay into the mix. This is an Ohio State group we've seen grow together over the past few seasons. They have significant expectations in Columbus this year. Number 2 Buckeyes, 14-1 overall on the year. They come into this match expecting to win. And again, via the rankings, we would see the number 2 Buckeyes as the favorite entering this one. But of course, always tough to head into College Station. And you look for this Aggie team. They lost a match 4-3 to Texas. Ohio State wins a match 4-3 over Texas. A couple deuce points go either way. Those results probably flip. So again, parity is the name of the game in men's college tennis. Don't let the ranking gap fool you. Should be a close one on our hands here on our broadcast tonight. With that in mind, let's get right to our action in College Station, folks. Let's start out on court number 1. It's the number 1 ranked team in the country, ITA All-American, ITA National Fall Champions, Mate Votzel and Robert Cash. Early 30-15 lead here for the number 1 team in the country. Now 30-alls. They take on an undefeated duo here for the Aggies in junior Noah Schachter, sophomore Kenner Taylor. It's again, relatively new pairing for head coach Steve Denton and the Aggies, but they've had a ton of success thus far. 7-0 at the number 1 spot. That includes wins over Texas. This team clinched the doubles point. Wins over Vanderbilt, Mississippi State. Coach Denton has found himself a number 1 doubles team clearly in this junior-sophomore duo, Schachter-Taylor. It's Noah Schachter serving on the near side of your screen. 2 game points here on Votzel and Cash. It's a nice set of backhands to set up the dipping forehand from the 5th-year Mate Votzel. You look for this duo, Cash and Votzel, 22-3 overall on the year. They're number 1 for a reason, folks. 8-3 in the dual match season, 4-3 at the number 1 spot. But always dangerous, and a deuce point, break point chance here early on 1. Sticks the volley. Impressive hands there from the Aggies, so they hold for 1 love here on court number 1. Let's go over to court number 2 now. Apologies for that. We go here, court number 2. And it's interesting. This is the unranked duo for the Buckeyes. This may be their best pairing here in the dual match season. Cannon Kingsley, JJ Tracy, undefeated 9-0 here in dual match play. Taking on the number 2 duo here, Mathis Ross, Stefan Stork. Ross and Stork here so far this season, 2-1 overall in dual match play, but we come back to this one a bit later. Let's go to 3. As again, we introduce all of our matchups, all of our pairings here. Right now, it is a 1-0 lead for the Buckeyes, and here's a new duo. And this is a fun one if you've been a long-time college tennis fan. Andrew Luchanig, 5th year here for the Buckeyes. Excuse me, 4th year, the redshirt junior. Into the lineup to split up the number 2 duo, 3 duo in the country of James Trotter and Justin Boulay. Now it's interesting because you look for Boulay and Trotter. They were finalists at the All-American. 7-3 in the fall, but they were 2-3 thus far here in the dual match season. So not a shock to see the split. Luchanig and Trotter 3-0 overall together as a pairing this year.
It's good.
But a new team in for the Buckeyes. They take on duo freshman Julio Perego, sophomore Rafael Perot. Perego, 9-5 overall on this season, 6-4 in dual match play. Won 2 in a row entering this one, and you feel like, again, continuity-wise, they certainly had the advantage here on 3. Let's see what Luchanig's got. Let's see what Trotter's got. Love won 15-0. Entering last week's rankings, James Trotter, number 26 in the country in singles. That's primarily playing at the 4 and 5 position for the Buckeyes, a testament to the fall he put together, senior. Oh, look at the hands.
Way to go. Way to go.
But better aggression from Perego and Perot there. And again, you want to be the team 2 up, moving forward. Dictating the terms of play, particularly in a style as fast as college doubles. 1 set, no ad scoring. Of course, if this is your first college tennis match. Doubles point decided here. Whichever team can take 2 of these 3 double sets, going to take a 1-0 lead into our 6 singles matches. .40-30 here on 3. Let's go over to 2, where we've got a breakpoint chance. 30-40 for Roth and Storch. And again, ooh, that's an early break here for the Aggies on the undefeated duo of Kingsley and Tracy, who were down against Texas as well. Down a break there. They flipped the script. Oh, excuse me. Scoreboard's ahead. So it is 30-40 here for the Buckeyes. Ignore that scoreboard. Heck of a volley there by JJ Tracy, number 11 in the country. Yeah, so there it is. Buckeyes hold here. 4-1 all on court number 2. Let's go back to 3. See if the Aggies can make it hold across the board. And I appreciate this tidbit from Gary Young. I should have remembered this. As that sails along, so the deuce point coming up. Trotter Luchanig played together at the Columbus Challenger this past fall. Now, this duo reached the final of that ATP Challenger event. So you can understand why Coach Tucker, Coach Kronagi have some faith in this duo. Deuce point coming up here. Buckeyes just got the hold for 1-0 on 2. Can they take the break here for 2-0 on 3? They cannot. Luchanik's return goes wide, so it's 1-1. That's a big hold for the Aggies here on 1. They just held for on 3. They just held for 2-1 on 1. Let's go split screen for the meantime. Split screen here, courts 2 and 3. Mathis Ross, Stefan Stork. And the team I haven't introduced. Stork, the freshman. Ross, the sophomore. Both have fit in right away for the Aggies. They're in both singles and doubles. Big forehand there on court 3 from the Aggies, 4-15-0. Meanwhile, again, I don't want to be on the other side of a Canton Kingsley forehand. Do you? Number 8 player in the country, junior for the Buckeyes. That half-court exchange, 4-30-15 there. All right, 30 love becomes 30 all on court 2. Looks like Trotter sent that forehand volley wide, so it's 30 all now on 3 as well. That is some explosive tennis here, and Tracy just puts so much pressure on you by jumping forward. Kingsley slugging away with the forehand. Break points here for the Buckeyes on 2, but a break point chance for the Aggies. That ball at the feet of James Trotter. And look, you commend Trotter for the serve and volley. Of course, if you connect well on that return, you get that ball in the feet, you better close hard. If you're James Trotter, better return there from the Aggies, 30-40 now. Good stuff from the server on both sides. Simultaneous deuce points. Meanwhile, it looks like the Buckeyes have held for 2 all on court 1. Like I said, folks, that ranking disparity, just a number. Texas A&M's played some good doubles of late. This is one of those inflection points. So the return drops in for the Buckeyes, and that's a break of serve here on court number 2. So meanwhile, let's go over to court number 1, where it's 2 all. Love 15 now for Votzel and Cash.
Find that angle. Go, Aggies.
By the way, that was a break of serve for the Aggies as well on 3. Luchanik missing the high forehand put away. Couldn't tell if he spiked that ball or he missed it. Looks like he missed it. So 2-1 there. Game points here for Noah Schachter. Make this the only court on serve right now in College Station. Indeed it is. Good hands at the net there from Kenner Taylor. You float a half volley. He puts it away. Sophomores looked awfully good in this number 1 doubles role. On serve 3-2 here on 1. Let's go over to 2. And again, let's deploy that split screen if we can, as we're trying to consolidate break leads. For Ohio State, it's on court number 2. For the host Aggies, that duo freshman-sophomore, Perot, freshman-sophomore here in Storchin Ross. This is that next chapter here for Texas A&M tennis. You got to be impressed with this group. For them to earn the victories here in the SEC, really impressive 5-2 at home over Vanderbilt. Same 5-2 over a Mississippi State team that reached the NCAA round of 16 last year. Again, this A&M team made the national indoors. Very much in the hunt for a top 16 seed. You'd expect them to get one come the NCAA tournament. Certainly be in the mix. And here's the other wild card you throw into this match, as we see 30-15 on both courts for the server. We're outdoors, and yes, Ohio State's been in Texas for about a week now. UCF swing as well. They've played a little bit of outdoor tennis, but not as much as the Aggies, who are always outdoor here in College Station. How does that play into this match as it gets later into the night? Conditions get a bit windier, something to keep in mind as we go through this match. 40-15 now for Perot. 30 all. Ross and Storch make a move. It's a 3-1 hold on 3. Let's go full screen on 2 now. 30 all, second serve. JJ Tracy serving, the sophomore on the far side of your screen. That's such good tennis. Hard to fault either team there. Tracy just able to connect with the forehand a bit sooner in the rally. Good put away from Cannon Kingsley, 40-30. But again, this Ross Storch team, they're not flinching in the face of this undefeated Buckeye duo. Trading forehands with JJ Tracy, certainly given his form, probably not the winning pattern there. They played that one well. Still 40-30 2-game point chances for the Bucks. So consolidations everywhere. 3-1 now Ohio State on 2. It's 3-1 Texas A&M on 3. Let's go back to 1. No separation between these two teams right now. 3 all on serve. But now I believe Love 30 here.
Go, Ag.
Indeed it is for that number 1 duo. So that's a good serve from the sophomore Kenner Taylor, though. And again, dual match season-wise, and yes, strength of schedule, you give the edge certainly to the Buckeyes, but dual match season-wise, Taylor Schachter 7-0. Wins over Texas, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Mississippi State. But right now, it's the Buckeyes. Breakpoint chances here on court number 1. Good play. Good duo. This is where, if you're the College Station crowd, you got to make some noise for your guys. Already down a break on 2. This stage of the set. throw down a break ever, particularly here. Ball does land in, so the deuce point is coming up. They're going to Votzel. Fifth-year senior Monte Votzel and Robert Cash have actually both been ranked #1 in doubles in the country with other doubles partners. And you can see why. The power from Votzel, the quick reactions from Cash. It's impressive stuff. And again, that's a good point from Schachter and Taylor. Good doubles all around, but the break goes to the Buckeyes. So now they've got break leads on courts 1 and 2. Let's go back to 2. A&M still up a break. Buckeyes did hold 4-2-3 though on 3. Meanwhile, here's where you just don't want the floor to fall out from beneath you. If you're A&M already down a break on 2, now break point chances again for this undefeated duo. 2 top 11 players in the country, J.J. Tracy, Cannon Kingsley. .30-40 here on Ross and Storch. It's tough. Awfully tough. So that's a 4-1 break of serve lead on 2. Let's go back to 1. And the Buckeyes consolidate. Far side of your screen, believe that's Robert Cash serving. Indeed it is. Oh, it's in. Apologies for the skipping there. Wet hands from that Aggie duo. Schachter and Taylor, 15 all here now. Meanwhile, let's go split screen with 3. As A&M nurses that break lead there, 15 all for Perego and Perot. Now 30 all there.
Go, Ag.
Again, you'll happily cede the break on 3 to get the break back on 1 if you're an Aggie fan. This is where you need, again, this junior-sophomore duo defeated step up once again. All called long, confirmed. That one certainly floated. So imagine everyone got a good look at it. 30 all now. Uh-oh, 2 break point chances for Luchanik and Trotter at 3. All going the Buckeyes' way right now in College Station. That's awesome stuff on 1. And we say it all the time, Robert Cash, a testament to this fact. Just keep your hands up when you're at the net. If your hands are up, you got a chance. Exceptional reflexes from Cash. Gain points here. It's 1 and 3. Use points now on 1 and 3. What a return from Schachter at the feet. Yeah, you hit the return that well. You say, I'll take it again, please.
Let's go, Jack. Look in, buddy.
Hold for the Aggies. 3. Let's go full on 1. Oh, that overhead leads to... Yeah, ball goes just wide off Kenner Taylor's racket. Good hands just to even make a play on it. But the Buckeyes do hold 4-5-3 here on court number 1. Meanwhile, again, it was a double break 4-1 lead for Ohio State on 2. 30 all there. 4-2 break lead for the Aggies on 3. Not gonna matter though if they can't flip things here. Split screen with court 2 if we can. Check in on that Cannon Kingsley service game. So it is break point chances for the Aggies on 2. Insurance break is so important. These feel their back pressed against the wall. They respond. As he knew they would. Storch, Ross getting one of the breaks back here. 4-2-4. Let's go full on 1 now. Schachter Taylor, 30-15. Junior Noah Schachter serving. That land in. Oh, no way. I mean, Robert Hakash's hands are just ridiculous. Can't imagine Kenner Taylor doing much more with that volley. 40 all now. Match points for Ohio State here. Schachter, Taylor suffer their first loss here for the Aggies as it's the #1 duo of Voetzel and Cash. 6-3 here on court 1. Now we go over to 2. Buckeyes, again, need to capture 2 of these 3 double sets. Take that 1-0 lead into singles. In their only loss of the season, Ohio State did drop the doubles point to TCU. Team so difficult to beat even when you do win doubles, but you drop the doubles point, it becomes that much harder. Have not lost a match when winning the doubles point this season. Only lost 1 match in total, but again, just to emphasize that point. Kingsley Tracy just broken here by Rossi Storch, 4-2-4, but now 15-30 in some trouble again. A much-needed hold for A&M here on court #2, 3-4. Still a break lead for Ohio State. It's a nice dig out of that 15-30 deficit, though, for the Aggies here on 2. And again, they need to take both of these courts. Now we go to 3. It was a 6-3 win for the #1 team in the country. Robert Cash, Monte Voetzel of Ohio State on 1, ending the 7-match undefeated streak of Schachter and Taylor. Now here, nursing their break of serve lead, as they have for a while now. Freshman Julio Perego, sophomore Rafael Perot. Taking on a relatively new pairing here for the Buckeyes in Andrew Luchonic, James Trotter. Of course, as viewer Gary Young informed us, this Ohio State number 3 duo, though new to the college scene, did make the Columbus Challenger final together this fall. Perhaps that was the impetus for them being in this match today. Just into the net, there goes Trotter. So again, Perego Perot here. Certainly going to need to hold on to this lead. You look for this duo. 6-4 overall in the dual match season. Looking to make it a third consecutive victory. Not yet. That's a big forehand combo from Luchonic. 30-all. Let's split screen this with court 2. He split the middle there on 2. I think he did. What a forehand from J.J. Tracy. 40-15. Meanwhile, 40-30 here for the Aggies on 3. Can they, again, just extend that lead to 5-3? Indeed, they can. It's a 5-3 lead for them on 3. Let's go full screen on 2 for this game point. Sneaker up the line. Mathis Ross there. It's 40-30. 4-1 lead for the Buckeyes. Broke Cannon Kingsley in his last service game. That return sails on him. 5-3 Ohio State on 2, 5-3 A&M on 3. Let's go back to split screen. Saw out of the corner of your screen, big poach there from the Aggies. So love 15. I believe that's Andrew Luchonic serving, the redshirt junior, on the far side of your screen for Ohio State. Extraordinarily impressed with A&M freshman Julio Perego. So solid off both wings. Love the size of Perego, as you see here with the big put-away volley. The freneticness of Perot. always bouncing on his toes, taking that ball a little earlier than you'd expect. And despite the loss today, you lose to the #1 team in the country if you're Taylor and Schechter. No shame in that defeat. I think Boston still should have some answers, too. They put a lot of balls in play. Of course, Pierce Rollins, Guido Marson. Plenty of others options on the bench for these Aggies. I think Coach Denton's got some ingredients here in doubles, and you see it. Let's go full on court 3. So we've got match points for A&M to level things at 1 set apiece. Now, obviously, they're still down that break at 2. Here's a chance to put a little bit of scoreboard pressure on Kingsley and Tracy. One fought off.
Right idea. Okay, right here.
Juice point coming up. Sure, why not? Again, 5-4 on court 2. Kingsley Tracy going to serve for it. We play on here on 3, 5-4 as well. So we've asked the question of both of these teams. A&M going to have the chance to serve for it on 3. Cannon Kingsley, who was broken in his last service game, will have the chance to serve for the doubles point for the Buckeyes on 2. To recap, Alex Gruskin here, Cracked Racquets coverage of this top 30 battle. #28 A&M hosting #2 Ohio State. A&M on a 5-match win streak, 14-6 overall on the season. Buckeyes 14-1 overall this year. Win over Texas for the Buckeyes earlier this week. 4-3 on their spring break trip. Meanwhile, Aggies actually lost a match last week to Texas before bouncing back this weekend, and a couple of doubleheader victories. Earned a 7-0 win earlier today as well. Coach Denton always loving to play those double headers. Make sure all of his guys get a chance to compete. 15 love on both courts. Couple of big serves. Shaman 430 all. Buckeyes 2 points away. Over 2. 2 points away for A&M for what it's worth on 3, but again, that doesn't matter if Ross and Storch can't turn things around. Break point chance for the Buckeyes on 3, but we go full on court 2. Match point chances here for Ohio State. Buckeyes take the doubles point. 6-3 win from the number 1 duo of Cash and Votzel at the number 1 spot. And then this undefeated and arguably the best doubles team here in the dual match season for Ohio State, junior Cannon Kingsley, sophomore JJ Tracy. They keep a clean sheet now, 11-0 overall as a pairing. 6-4 win for them here at the number 2 double spot. That means it's going to be Ohio State with a 1-0 lead heading into our 6 singles matches. Now, some good news if you're an Texas A&M fan, looks like you're going to have Pierce Rollins back in your singles lineup. Rollins coming off of injury, currently slated to play at the number 6 singles spots. But of course, the team's going to conference up, get a quick chat in before the start of our singles play. We're going to take this opportunity to make sure all of our cameras are set so that we can continue, our coverage here of this top 30 battle. Again, as they have so frequently this season, number 2 Ohio State taking the doubles point and a 1-0 lead. But if you've watched the Aggies compete at all this season, you know never to count them out. 1-0 Ohio State, 6 singles matches to go. We hope you stick with us here for our Tuesday night coverage of some college tennis. But for now, I'm Alex Gruskin. You are watching our Cracked Racquets coverage of Ohio State taking on Texas A&M. Welcome back, everyone, to our Cracked Racquets coverage of some Tuesday night college tennis happening in College Station. Number 28, Texas A&M, dropping the doubles point to number 2, Ohio State. Of course, the Buckeyes so strong in doubles, and it's the number 1 team in the country. Votzel and Cash, a 6-3 win at the number 1 spot. And the undefeated duo, now 10-0, are JJ Tracy and Cannon Kingsley. They earn a 6-4 win at the number 2 spot. But now we get into our 6 singles matches, folks. And of course, each of these matches going to be 2 out of 3 sets, no ad scoring. Here on court number 1, it's the junior Noah Schachter. 8-7 overall at the number 1 spot, 14-13. Stepping up into that leading role for the Aggies this season. He gets an early 1-love hold over junior Cannon Kingsley. Kingsley, I believe now 13-3 on the year, 10-2 overall in dual match play, as Micah Braswell of Texas knocked him off in 3 sets earlier this week. But so much success for Kingsley at the top of the lineup. This is a must-watch match we'll get back to. Let's go to court 2 now. Want to introduce all of these matches before we lock in anywhere. Here on court number 2, it's Rafael Perot. Sophomore, 4-5 at the number 2 spot, 6-6 overall in dual matches this season. And I believe Schachter's the only, I can say this definitively, no seniors, I believe, in the starting lineup for this Texas A&M team. In fact, I can go even further than that. Not a single senior on their roster. So again, page has been turned for A&M. Last year's quarterfinal team, the nucleus of that, Vashro, Habib, Aguilar, their top 3, all gone to graduation. Barney Smith gone as well. New chapter for the Aggies, a fun one certainly. It's going to be a fun contrast of styles here. Perot, not the biggest weapons, uses his speed, his explosion, and his physicality to assert himself, but he's taking on a guy in Mate Votzel. Made such a fantastic decision, clearly, in spending his final season in Columbus. Votzel, the 5th year, 18-4 overall in singles play. I believe 9-1 now here in the dual match season. Buckeyes are undefeated, 11-0 at number 2 singles overall on the year. Kingsley Votzel switching off in that top spot. You feel pretty good if you're a Buckeye fan about who's ever playing number 2 in any given match. Backhand sails long, so 40-30 now, game point chances for the sophomore pro. And again, I do apologize if we miss any early breaks. Going to introduce all of our matches before we really kick off our red zone coverage, lock in on the break points, the set points, as we do here at Cracked Racquets. Pro hold, one love here on court number 2. He's getting holds at the top 2 spots to get things started. Let's go to court number 3 now. Jake Van Emberg, 5th-year transfer. Went over from the University of Oklahoma. Taking on junior Guido Marson. You look for these two, Marson. 8-3 overall in the dual match season. This is his first match at the number 3 spot, taking on a Van Emberg, who's 6-1 here in dual match play. I think that record's a bit misleading. Again, the Buckeyes 14-1 overall. That he's 6-1 speaks to, and he might be 6-2 after the Texas match. Buckeye speaks to, again, he struggled to finish matches at the pace of some of his Buckeyes teammates, and you see on his shirt the wind has picked up here in College Station. Something to monitor, as this A&M team has played far more outdoor tennis than their counterparts here tonight, but that's a nice deuce point hold here for Van Emberg on court number 3.
Right now, mate.
And he's taking on a Guido Marson, who leads this team, tied for the lead in singles victories. Both Marson and Schachter with 14 singles wins on the season. I think they're looking for the extra ball here. Van Emberg's found it. Of course, for this Ohio State team, again, you brought back the nucleus of a round of 16 team last year. Cannon Kingsley, J.J. Tracy, James Trotter, Justin Boulay, Robbie Cash, Andrew Luchanik, who just saw in the doubles. They're all back from last season. You add pieces in 5th years like Van Emberg, who was at the number 1 spot for Oklahoma, Votzel at the number 1 spot for Oklahoma State. There's a reason expectations are high for the number 2 Buckeyes. They're always high for the Coach Tucker-led team, who so frequently reach those final stages of the NCAA tournament. But I know there are people in Columbus who think this might be the year to finally get the job done in May.
Go, Storchy!
2 teams at very different points from a trajectory standpoint, but 2 teams very talented across the board. And you see the big hitting here. This is a number 3 singles matchup.
Go, Storch! Go, Noah! Yes, squeeze! Go, Guido! Go, Noah! Go, Shaq!
I do want to get my bearings on this one because, again, yes, from a record standpoint, 6-1 sounds pretty good for Jake Van Emberg. Still, if you're Texas A&M with the form of Marson. Just finished so many more matches than Van Embert this season, given you drop the doubles point. I don't want to say musts or locks. This feels like a must for Texas A&M when they feel like they've got a shot in here tonight for sure.
Go, Guido! Come on, mate.
Ball sails wide for Van Embert.
Let's go, Shep! Let's go,
He's
Shep!
gotta be happy to be back outdoors once again, 40-15.
Yes, Storchy! Good play, Storch! Go, mate. Go, Guido! Right here, mate. Right, Guido. Go, mate, right now. Go, Storchy.
Good footwork from Marson. He holds for 2-1 here on court number 3. Let's go over to court number 4, where we have had some early scoreboard movement. Julio Perego. It's like 1-love, 30-love. Early break of serve. For the freshman out of Italy. He's also been excellent here in the dual match season, 7-2 overall, primarily at the number 5 spot. He's up to number 4 here today, and he's got the ultimate test on his hands. That's why that break was so encouraging in JJ Tracy. Tracy 10-0 for the Buckeyes here in dual match play, 25-4 in singles play this season. To have the number 11 player in the country at number 4 feels like highway robbery for Coach Tucker and these Buckeyes. Of course, Tracy clinched the match for his team in that 4-3 victory over Texas. Little nifty footwork there. Picking up that ball for 15-love, and Tracy, the sophomore, lost just 2 matches in his freshman campaign last year. Wide from Tracy, 4:30-15. Of course, you look for this Buckeye team. I know Coach Ty Tucker going to be happy to be able to schedule this Texas swing once again. He's been making this trip for a couple of years now. Wasn't able to do so in 2020 when the season was canceled. Wasn't able to do so last year, given the regulations surrounding COVID in the Big Ten. Get his team outdoor reps this early in the season. I know that's something he'll be excited to have once again as we look towards May. Tell you what, lineup challenges are available for every coach. I'm not here to tell you JJ Tracy should or shouldn't be at the number 4 singles. I'll leave that to the powers that be. I'll say this: you talk to enough people around Columbus, At least one of them is going to tell you Tracy's the best player on the Buckeye roster right now. That forehand, so much action. Cannot wait to see how the freshman Parego handles that ball today, 40-15. Stays in the fence, though, so now J.J. Tracy. Two more game point chances here. That's a great return from Parego. Depth is key against Tracy. Gotta force him to be 6 feet behind the baseline. Even then, he's still strong enough, quick enough to do some special things. But if you're letting him hit that big forehand from the baseline moving forward, you're just in so much trouble. That return sent long. I like the aggression, though. That's a good swing. 2-1, though, J.J. Tracy holds here on court number 4. Let's go to court number 5. It's been another huge spot for the Buckeyes. James Trotter, 8-0 in the dual match season, 15-3. I believe it's 9-0 and 16-3 again, excuse me, for the senior. 26 in the country, and he's at 5 singles, folks. Little battle of the one-handers here as he takes on the freshman Stefan Storch. Storch, so far this season, 4-1 overall in dual match play. And tentative about playing him in the singles lineup. So he's nursed a couple of injuries, but he's in at 5 here today. Certainly challenge on his hand. Again, the Buckeyes 7-0 this season at the number 5 spot. And again, when you look for this Buckeyes, that's been the recipe. Doubles, 2 singles where they're 11-0, 4 singles where they're 11-0, 5 singles where they're 7-0. They know where they get their wins. This is a spot where, again, you gotta see some fight out of your freshman Storch here today, even if it's not a straight set victory. Don't go off the courts in straights. Ball called wide, confirmed by the chair. 15-30 or... Excuse me, love 40, no call, just no effort there from the freshman. You can understand why. And if Trotter wanted to, could have hit that volley soundly. So the point was conceded, therefore love 40. A triple break point chance here for Trotter for a 4-1 lead. Trotter breaks 4-1 here on court number 5. Buckeyes making a strong push here at this from senior James Trotter. Let's go to the number 6 spot. Luke Casper, one of the talented freshmen the Aggies added this season. Currently a 3-1 break of serve lead right now over Robert Cash. Cash 13-3 overall in singles is the junior. One loss coming for him against TCU in that National Indoor Championship. Semifinal, excuse me. But now, of course, Robert Cash wants to be on his front foot, aggressive, moving forward. Of course, that game style works outdoors, but it works that much better indoors. And so this is going to be fascinating for Coach Tucker because Robert Cash certainly deserving of the number 6 singles spot. So are a couple other guys in the roster, like Schoenig, earned a victory over Texas. Certainly the lefty Justin Boulay, the big hitting junior, freshman Jack Anthrop, who's the top 20 junior in the world. Who ends up on court number 6 for the Buckeyes? One of the questions to watch in May. Similar for the Aggies with all of the options they've got. And again, after dropping the doubles point, Pierce Rollins was originally listed the sophomore for A&M. He's out. Casper's in. So no Pierce Rollins once again for A&M. Worth noting, if you're an Aggie fan, paying off all right now here at this 6th spot. As you look for Luke Casper, 8-2 overall here in dual match play. Excuse me, he leads the team in wins with 16 overall in singles. Too shabby for the freshman. Put a ton in balls in play. Just force Cash to hit that extra put away shot, point after point after point. Sebastian Weil on the stream asked, is that not Luchanik playing at the number 6 spot now? It's listed as Robert Cash. He's on the far side of the screen, so I do apologize. Tough for me to see there. On Ohio State's Twitter, it's listed as Robert Cash as well. I'll know for certain when he's on this near side of the stream. That's the court rush of Robert Cash. I've seen that move before. I do think that is his forehand. Maybe our guy Gary Young can offer some confirmation here. 30 still game point chances for Casper. And again, after this, we'll really dig into our red zone coverage, start jumping around a bit. 4-1 Casper here on court 6. Let's go over to court number 3. I mentioned this is a spot if you're A&M, you feel comfortable in. Well, right now, Guido Marçon's got 3 breakpoint chances to make it a 5-1 lead here. Meanwhile, can we split screen this quickly with court number 4? J.J. Tracy facing breakpoints again against Julio Perego. Tracy broken 4-3-2. So we'll go full on 3 again here, and with Luke Casper up a break 4-1. Julio Perego up a break 3-2. Marçon takes a 5-1 lead here. Again, you're looking for first sets. Those are 3 openings. If you're an Aggie fan, don't worry, Buckeye fans watching the stream. I'll give you an update as well momentarily why you can feel pretty good right now. It's 5-1 right now for Guido Marçon here on 3. And we're going to split screen this if we can with court 2. We saw the 4-1 lead for James Trotter on court number 5. May have missed it on 2. I apologize. 4-1 Mate Votzel. You see him walking towards the bench. He's got a break lead there on 2. If we can, let's go to 1. If instead of court 2, let's go to court number 1 on that split screen. 4-2 lead for Ohio State there as well. Cannon Kingsley a chance to take it a 5-2 lead. Apologies to all of you there. Promise we're going to watch the Buckeyes attempt to serve out sets, but let's go full screen on 3, as right now it's Guido Marson looking to do just that. That ball land good. If not, it'll be 3-set point Aggies. It is indeed. So Guido Marson, a chance to deliver the first set off the board to Texas A&M. Meanwhile, Noah Schachter holding 4-4-3 on court 1. Buckeyes up breaks on courts 1, 2, and 5 right now. It's A&M with break leads on 3, 4, and 6. One set point fought off, 40-30 here. Excuse me, it's break point. So that backhand was good. That's why they were delaying the scoreboard. So it was never 40-15. I apologize. 30 all on that last point. So now 30-40 break point chances.
Let's go, Shaq!
Big roar from Van Emberg. He stays alive here in set number 1, 5-2. Let's go over to court number 1 and let's immediately split screen that with court number 2. Votzel was up 4-1. He just gave one of the breaks back to Perot, but he's still leading 4-2 there. Meanwhile, 4-3, 30 all here for Cannon Kingsley. Now 40-30 as he looks to keep his break lead on the board against Noah Schachter. So let's lock into our top 2 spots here for a little bit. Of course, if there are any set points elsewhere we need to monitor people serving for the set, we will. Kingsley hold 4-5-3 on court number 1. Meanwhile, 4 break point chances for Mate Votzel, 4-5-2. Again, we're going to stay split screen for now. And when Mate Votzel's done, we'll see where we're at. Keep an eye on court 4, Westhoff, for that Votzel spot if Votzel breaks here. Let's starting position. Boetzel takes that ball on the rise, says, I dare you to make that on the run forehand. Pro says, okay, I will. 15-40 now. Not happy with the line call. It's impossible for us to tell here on the screen. Line judge confirms, though. Couple of words between Voetzel and Perot after the fact. 5-2 Buckeyes on 2. Let's make court 2, court 4 if we can. Tracy, he still trails by a break to Perego. Tracy holds for 3-4. Meanwhile, Schachter holds for 4-5. Let's go on court 5 now. James Trotter was up 4-1. Freshman Stefan Storch has come roaring back. 4-3 lead for Trotter. And 30-40 here. 2 break point chances to get us back on serve. It's a big +1 ball. That's the sort of power James Trotter brings to this number 5 position. Deuce point coming up. Good serving from James Trotter. He holds on 4-5-3. Let's go back to courts 1 and 2 on a split screen there. As the Buckeyes are serving for it. First sets on both courts. Senior Mate Voetzel, 18-4 on the year, serving for it at 2. Cannon Kingsley, 13-3 on the year, serving for it at 1. Last saw on court number 2, just a reminder, Perot did not like the line call on break point from Voetzel. See if any of that carries over here. Hits that forehand so heavy. Set points coming up for Voetzel. Again, 4 set points for Kingsley on 1. Fought off. Meanwhile, 5-3 Luke Casper gonna serve for it. I do apologize. Guido Marsone's got a deuce point set point on Van Emberg's serve. Triple box gonna be a 2023 development here at Cracked Racquets. That's a first set for Mate Votzel on 2. Let's go full screen 1. Cannon Kingsley takes the first set, 6-4 here on court number 1. Let's go over to court number, looks like we just missed it. I apologize. Let's check on 3. Maybe the stream's behind. It is not. Guido Marsone with the 6-2 first set. Now, what I can guarantee you is we're not going to miss the next 2, but let's go quickly to 4 where JJ Tracy's got a breakpoint chance. 2 of them here to get us back on serve against the freshman Julio Perego, who has been excellent to start here against the number 11 player in the country for Ohio State. That one goes long, so deuce point coming up. Meanwhile, Trotter serving for the setup, 5-4 on 5 for Ohio State. That would put them halfway home. Luke Casper's serving for the set for Texas A&M, 5-3 on 6, and it does sound like it is Andrew Luchanig lining up for Ohio State. Head to those courts as soon as we're done here. Right. So let's go quickly to 5 set points for Trotter. Looks like James Trotter gets the job done. 6-4 here on court number 5, so now to 6. With Casper serving for it. If Perego gets to a set point, obviously we'll head back to 4. Certainly will get there when he serves for that set. He will have the opportunity to do so. Oh, Andrew Luchanig, get out of town. Guess is right. Break point chances now. All right, set point coming up. Meanwhile, can we split screen with court 4 Perego 15-30 in JJ Tracy's 3-5 service game? And Ohio State Twitter still set. Yeah, okay. Gary correcting them as well. for a Texas A&M swing. First set on court number 6. 6-3 to the freshman, Luke Casper. Let's go full on 4 now. Here's your final first set in play, folks. Ohio State gets the first sets on courts 1, 2, and 5. They're halfway home. But certainly if you're Texas A&M, you take 3 first sets, you're in the ball game now. And you feel like something's going 3 sets in this match. There's always at least one. Big opportunity for the freshman, Julio Perego. Stepping up in the lineup here today for the Aggies, but that goes long. Deuce point coming up. That slide and stop turn around, because that was a wicked forehand Perego hit behind Tracy there, but his ability to stop and change direction, that's why he is who he is, folks. Still, Perego going to serve for this set 5-4 here on court number 4, and of course we'll get that back there when he does. Let's go back in and check in on that action at the top. Court number 2, if we can. Mate Bocho break points right away on Rafael Perot to open up set number 2, 30-40 in Perot's service game. Again, that's court 2. Deuce point here. Tries to get this crowd going. 1 love here on 2. Let's go over to 5 now. James Trotter's got a break point chance. 2 of them in the first service game of freshman Stefan Storch. But okay. A bit of an Aggie push. Folds here on 5. 4-1 love. Now let's go over back to court number 4 if we can. I think we've bought ourselves enough time. Yeah, here we go. Julio Perego serving for the set. Aggies giving him some momentum. He's playing right next to Perot on court number 2. He'll have heard that roar. His teammate. Get out of town. High backhand cross-court flick. 15-all. Points away is the freshman. This would be the most impressive set he's won in his college tennis career thus far. Again, JJ Tracy, quarterfinalist at the All-American Fall National Championships, 25-4 overall on the year in singles, number 11 in the country. It's the freshman Perego right now in control. Not yet. He can make the high backhand volley. Look at what he can do at his waist. 30 all now. Feel the tension here in our final first set. 3 first sets to the Buckeyes, 2 for the Aggies. What a set of tennis from freshman Julio Perego. Felt like the Aggies needed at least 3 first sets in singles after dropping that doubles point. Well, they get them. That's a big victory for the Aggies here on 4. Meanwhile, let's go over to court number 1. They're going to have to flip around one of the first sets they dropped. They've got a chance to do something here to start on 1. Break point for Schachter. Connected so well with the forehand return. A disappointing miss in the bottom of the net for him there. So 1-all here on 1. Now we go back to 2. Oshel had breakpoint chances in his first return game of this set. 40-30. Meanwhile, Luke Casper up a set and a break now for the Aggies on 6. So that question at number 6 remains right now for the Buckeyes. Pro here on 2. Now let's go over to court number 6. Casper looking to consolidate. He's able to do so. So 2-love lead for the Aggies here now. Meanwhile, Jake Van Emberg's taking a 2-0 lead for the Buckeyes on 3. But let's go over to 1. I want to spend a little more time with Kingsley and Schachter. Cannon Kingsley right now, number 8 in the country. Noah Schachter unranked for now. That'll change by the end of the season. Schachter sends that forehand long. Certainly Schachter worked on creating the weapons you need to succeed at the top of the lineup in college tennis. Certainly got the athleticism, the length, the serve, the feel. It's about locking in that +1 ball in plan A. Meanwhile, for Cannon Kingsley, as he looks to make the transition eventually from college to the pros, made a couple of futures finals this fall. We know what he can do on the serve and the forehand. For him, it's getting better. Plans B, C, D, turning defense into offense physically. Reached another level as a mover. You see it manifest there. Break point chances now for Kingsley. That's the +1. Fantastic down the line backhand there from Noah Schechter. He's fought off 2 of 4. Still 2 to go. Pass. There's the athleticism. And this is a fun matchup. Deuce point coming up. Meanwhile, Van Emberg now 3-love lead for the Buckeyes on 3 as he looks to send that match to a 3rd set. Trotter's taking a break lead. Up a set as well for the Buckeyes on 5. Too good. Cannon Kingsley with the break of serve. 6-4, 2-1 lead for the Buckeyes now with breaks on courts 1 and 5. Let's go to court 4. Perego. Break point chances right away on JJ Tracy. That forehand called wide, confirmed wide. So Perego now 6-4, 1-love lead. Let's go over to 6. Did Lechonic hold? Are we ever going to see him on this side of the net? Someday we will. Deuce point coming up. Casper looks to make it a 3-love lead. There we see it. 2-1 Luke Casper. Luke Schoenig able to get the hold here on 6. Let's go check in on court number 5. Haven't been here in a while. James Trotter. Game point chances to consolidate the break lead. Trotter's able to do it. 4-3-1. Now we go over to 2. Votzel continues to earn himself chances in the Raphael Pro Service games. On all 3 courts where they took first sets. That's problems for Texas A&M. Meanwhile, let's go over to court number 3 right now. Jake Van Emberg dropped his first set 6-2, but now up 3-love. Can junior Guido Marson work his way back?
Let's go, Steph! Come on, Steph! Let's go, Guido. Right now, man. Come on.
Goes long. So break point chances coming up for Marson.
Come on, man. Let's go, Guido. Keep ripping it. Stay solid. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Guido. Let's go, Guido. Right now, man. Big roll. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go, man. Come on. This first point. Let's go, baby.
All right.
Give him nothing.
That's 1 back here for Marson. Looks to stay in front. Still down a break here to Van Emberg on court number 3. Meanwhile, let's go over to court number 2. Let's split screen that with 4. Votzel looking to consolidate his break there. He's got a 4-2 lead. Meanwhile, J.J. Tracy looking to get the break back on 4. Apologies for the slow mode here on 2. Not sure exactly what's going on. Tracy breaks back for 1-all on court number 4. Let's go full screen on 2. 30-all for Votzel. And he consolidate.
Come on!
Game point chances here for Redzone. You see a long chat with head coach Ty Tucker. All right, deuce point coming up. Can we split screen this with court one? I believe it's either a break point or a game point there. It is a game point shot there for 30. Holds 4-2-3. Redzone holds 4-4-2. Let's go over to court number 5. And let's go court 5 and split screen that with court number 6. James Trotter held for 6-4, 4-2 lead for the Buckeyes on court 5. Again, their pathway to victory pretty clear. Just got to hold serve the rest of the way on courts 1, 2, and 5. They'll get out of College Station with a victory. Meanwhile, again, court number 6, a bright spot if we can split there.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. There we go. There we go. Come on. Here we go. Here we go.
Chances for Casper to take a commanding lead there, and if he can, looks like A&M will put at least 1 point on the board here today.
Yes, there you go.
From both Storch and Trotter there. Love now for Storch that tries to keep it just a 1-break deficit on 5. Now still has that break lead 3-2 as Lucianic manages to earn the hold. Storch with the chance to do the same. He's in the Lucianic position, but still 40-15. Point. A good hold from the freshman. Meanwhile, Texas men's tennis playing USC right now. Texas drops the doubles to USC. Thank you for the update, Scotty B. Some top 20 action, very relevant to the race towards May in this NCAA tournament. Meanwhile, let's go over to court number 1. Team points here for Cannon Kingsley. So let's see, keep his break lead ahead. He's able to do it with the big +1 backhand. Again, we know the power tennis of Kingsley. and what he's capable of, 6'4", 4'2". Let's go to court 3 now. It was a 3-0 lead for Jake Van Emberg. He now faces 3 breakpoint chances. Guido Marson, chance to put us back on serve here. Take all the momentum here on 3. This is the struggle I've talked about for Van Emberg, the 5th year. At the number 3 position, has just yet to find his footing. Yes, there's a 6-1 record. You can justify it from a lineup standpoint. Anyone who's followed this Buckeye team closely would argue Trotter, Tracy, stronger performances thus far this season.
Come on, man. Come on. Go, Guido. Come on, Storch.
It's 3-all. Guido Marson has flipped the script, so he and Casper make things very interesting from a scoreboard perspective. Now, it is worth noting 2-all on court number 4. In that second set, Julio Perego, the first set there. So it's first sets in either on serve or up breaks for A&M in their 3 first sets. The problem is they trail by sets and breaks on courts 1, 2, and 5. And let's go over to court number 5 now and split screen that with court 2. As James Trotter serving up 6-4, 4-3. Mate Votzel serving up 6-2, 4-3 as well. And all Ohio State has to do is hold serve in this match, and they will leave College Station with a victory. Really nice pass from the freshman Storch there. A lot of action on that Trotter forehand. Hit the wrong target there, center of the court. Storch beats him to the spot for a 30-yard, 15-all on 2. It's almost do or die time for the Aggies. I feel like this might even be that final opening on 5. Two tough targets from Trotter. Just picks the center in the court to come in behind. Storch nets that backhand pass, though. That's a testament to putting pressure on your opponent. So game points for the Buckeyes now on courts 2 and 5. The short angle cross court forehand winner from Votzel makes it 40-15 there. On the rise, one-handed backhand return winner. Deuce point coming up. Meanwhile, as you see, Votzel does hold for 5-3, so let's go full on 5. Big hold from Trotter. 5-3 now. Quickly to 3. Guido Marson a chance to make it 6-2, 5-3. Oh, excuse me. No, so he just got the break. So that's 4 straight games for Marson. 6-2, 4-3 here on 3. Let's go to 4 now. JJ Tracy, Julio Perego, deuce point here. 2-all. They've traded a couple of breaks early. This is a monumental performance thus far from the A&M freshman. Ooh. Can we split this with court 6? Deuce point for Casper. He's had so many break point chances to just take that double break lead, put the nail in the coffin for the Buckeyes. Has another one here to make it 6-3, 5-2. Oh, let's go full on 4. It looks like 6 we missed. Goes long, so Tracy holds 4-3-2. So many places, so many things happening right now. Quickly to 1. Game point chances for Cannon Kingsley. 6-4, 4-3, 40-15 as the Buckeyes are closing in, folks. Again, Texas A&M gonna put a point or 2 on the scoreboard. As Casper did get that double break. So 6-3, 5-2 lead there. A&M actually 6-3, 5-2 lead on 6, 6-2, 4-3 lead on 3. But again, courts 1, 2, and 5. Buckeyes are upset in breaks with 5 games on the scoreboard in the second sets in all 3 courts. Let's go over quickly to 2. Match point Voetzel. He's got 2 of them here. Sophomore Rafael Pro, this would move your Voetzel to 10-1 on the year in dual match play. Give Ohio State a 2-love lead. Coming up. Meanwhile, Super Producer Daniel Westoff, I'll ask you if you can, keep your eyes on the scoreboards on courts 5 and 6. I don't want to miss a match point. I'm giving you discretion if need be. Do what you gotta do. Play on here on court number 2. Perot, sneaker up the line. 6-2-5-4. Meanwhile, here we are on 3. Match point Trotter. And let's split screen this with 6 as Luke Casper's closing in on a match point right now as well. Don't want to miss either of those. Casper match points. A double match point double box. A rare moment here on our Cracked Racquets Red Zone. It's a Tuesday night, folks. Let's enjoy it.
Here we go, Guido! I see you, Guido!
Trotter going to have to serve for it now. Holds everywhere. Let's go full on 6. That ball goes wide. So a break point chance. Meanwhile, 5 straight games for Guido Marson on court number 3. So it could be 2-1 Texas A&M for the hottest of seconds. Ooh, can we split screen this with 1? I need a quick split screen with 1. Match point, Cannon Kingsley on a deuce point. So we've got double deuce. Match point again. Schachter fights it off. We're forcing everyone to serve it out. That's all you can ask for. That's a college tennis fan. Luke Casper, 6-3, 6-2. It is 1-all here for A&M. We're going to play some jump around. Let's go to 2. Vogtsel started that service game. 5-4, 15-all. We're going to split screen that with court 3, where Guido Marson has started his 5-3 service game to clinch the match against Jake Van Emberg. Pretty clean scoreboard right now. The players that have earned leads are keeping them. Tracy looks like might just take a break lead against Parego there at 4. And you did feel like that match was going to go the distance. So hard to beat J.J. Tracy in straights. Credit to Parego. The freshman's played so well. Vogtsel for 30-all. Gutsy hitting. Pressure moment. 30-all on both courts now. Meanwhile, it's 30 love for Trotter. I don't know what we can do here. .30 now. Oh, Perot thought he made it. And everything's going to go quickly here. What do you think? Is it better to watch 2 or just constantly be jumping around here? I think it's better to lock in on 2. Can we turn court 3 to court 5 quickly? Can we make court 3 court 5? Match point for Vogtsel, match points for Trotter. You're the best, super producer Daniel Westoff. Bravo.
Yes, sir. Come on. Whatever you got, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Trotter sends that forehand to never ever land. Two in Ohio State. Vogtsel takes it on 2. Now let's make 2-3. Let's make court 2, court 3 if we can, though Cannon Kingsley is 2 points away on court 1. But again, court 2 is going to be court 3, where it's match point Marson. Everything's happening fast, folks. More complicated than it needed to be, but 3-1 Buckeyes. 3-2, excuse me. So we go full screen 1. Marson takes it in straights, 2 and 3 for A&M on court 3. Full screen 1. Cannon Kingsley match points. 40-15. This happened very fast, folks. Again, we're going to court 1, full screen on 1. No need. Cannon Kingsley clinches at the inside in forehand.
Good match, Jack.
So Kingsley, 6-4, 6-4. 4-2 Ohio State. That was fast. That was fun, folks. Straight set victories on 5 of our 6 singles courts. Now let's go over to court number 4. I want to see if they're finishing thing. That was fast. That was fun, folks. We go over to court number 4 right now. It does look like they're going to play things out for a little bit. And just want to update here again, so quickly. All of that happened. Just in case you missed any of it, Luke Casper first off the board, 6'3", 6'2" win, very impressive for the A&M freshman over Andrew Luchanik, the redshirt junior over Ohio State. Then you had 4 matches all come off the board in a moment, in a split second. First for Texas A&M, impressive for Guido Marson. That was one you circled before that they had to have. They get it. 2-3 win for Marson over Jake Van Emberg. But the Buckeyes, they consolidated their leads. 2-4 win for Monte Votzel at 2. He moves to 19-4, 20-4 overall on the year. James Trotter now 17-3 overall on the year. And Cannon Kingsley bouncing back from a 3-set loss to Micah Braswell. 14-3. He is now overall on the season. So 4-2 Ohio State. Meanwhile, again, the battle continues here. Looks like they are going to play this match out. I imagine it'll be a 3rd set breaker if needed, but freshman Julio Prego, 6'4", 3-4 on serve in the 2nd set. With that in mind, super producer Daniel Westoff, let's wrap today's show. It's a 4-2 win for the Buckeyes. That means they sweep both of their Texas matches. 4-3 over the Longhorns, 4-2 over the Aggies. Now the real test as they head to Ann Arbor to take on the Wolverines on Friday. Of course, rivalry match. Michigan knocking off TCU right after TCU beat the Buckeyes in Seattle. Wolverines get their first win in about 2 decades over Ohio State last season. Buckle your chin straps, folks. It's going to be a fun weekend of college tennis. And of course, we'll be back here this weekend with more action for all of you college tennis fans. Friday, we'll have our SEC Redzone broadcast. I imagine double-digit matches for all of you throughout the day. You can find all of that coverage on each of the team websites. Of course, on Sunday, we'll be back here on our Cracked Racquets YouTube channel to talk and cover all of the action happening in Big Ten as conference play begins here in the Big Ten. Of course, also Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, deciding points, recapping all of the action happening in Division I men's and women's college tennis. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time for this week's edition of the women's match. Of course, we'll be here women's show, Thursday 7 p.m. Eastern time for the men. Let me say that one more time. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we'll recap all the D1 women's action. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be recapping all of the men's. With all of that said, a huge thank you to our friends at Texas A&M for this opportunity. A huge shout out, as always, to super producer Daniel Westoff on the 1s and 2s on the job. As always, no producer you'd rather have for a Red Zone broadcast like this. But with all that said, again, number 2 Ohio State, 4-2 win over Texas A&M. We hope you all enjoyed the action, and we will see you all tomorrow night. Thanks, everyone.